Iran, war, and the world on the edge. What happens next? The question the world is asking. Is the world moving toward another major war? One chain reaction that could pull global powers into confrontation. Tonight, we ask the real questions. Will there be a war with Iran? Can diplomacy still stop it? Would Russia or China step in? Is Hezbollah still powerful enough to strike? And most importantly, who would actually win, and what would they win? Let's break it down calmly, realistically, and without propaganda. Tension between Iran and the United States has lasted more than 40 years. Sanctions, proxy conflicts, nuclear fears, regional rivalry. Iran continues to expand, missile capability, underground facilities, nuclear enrichment. This worries many countries, especially Israel and Western powers. So, is war coming? Not inevitable, but possible. Wars often don't start by plan. Many analysts believe Iran is closer than ever to nuclear threshold, but not confirmed to possess a bomb. Why is this dangerous? Because nuclear capability creates deterrence protection from attack. But here's the paradox. Military strikes might delay the program. Yet they could also push Iran to rush toward full nuclear weapons faster. History shows when countries feel existential threat, they accelerate nuclear development, not abandon it. Some fear a global confrontation. Russian figure Vladimir Zhirinovsky once suggested Russia should back Iran against the West. Would Russia or China support Iran? Politically, yes. Economically, likely. Militarily, very unlikely. Because direct war with the United States could escalate into global catastrophe, something neither Moscow nor Beijing wants. More realistic scenario. Weapons supply, intelligence support, cyber operations, diplomatic backing. In a major conflict, alliances matter. Israel would almost certainly support the US and be directly involved. Iran sees Israel as its main regional adversary. The United States would likely lead any large-scale military response. European countries would mostly support the US politically, and some militarily. What about Arab nations? Many fear Iran's regional influence. Some could quietly support actions against Iran, especially Gulf states. Others would stay neutral, trying to avoid destruction. And some even support Iran against the US. This would not be a simple West versus East war, but a complex regional chain reaction. Not to forget, Hezbollah remains Iran's strongest proxy in the region. It still possesses large missile arsenal, strong military structure, deep presence in Lebanon. In a major war, Hezbollah could open a northern front against Israel. Yes, Hezbollah still has power, but using it would come at an enormous cost and would bring devastating retaliation and severe destruction to Lebanon. Here is the hard truth. War does not guarantee solving the Iran problem. Nuclear knowledge cannot be erased. Underground sites are difficult to destroy, and conflict could strengthen extremism. Iran. Consequences of the war could be global. Oil crisis, economic shock, cyber warfare, regional destruction, long instability. That is why countries use three tools together: military deterrence, economic pressure, and diplomacy. If such a war happens, who wins? West might win militarily. Iran might survive politically. The region could burn economically. And the world could enter years of instability. Destroyed cities are not victory. Economic collapse is not victory. Endless conflict is not victory. Sometimes the greatest victory is the war that never happens. But history shows that sometimes wars do happen even when nobody truly wants them. Let's look at this calmly and realistically. When does war become unavoidable? Wars usually become unavoidable only when all three conditions happen together. No communication remains, diplomacy completely collapses. And when leaders believe waiting is more dangerous than fighting, right now, tensions involving Iran, United States, and Israel are serious, but communication, deterrence, and pressure still exist, which means war is not yet unavoidable. In modern geopolitics, wars between strong actors rarely produce clean victories, they produce long instability. But yes, wars sometimes still happen. If conflict will happen anyway later, better now under our terms. The realistic outlook. Today, most analysts see three possible paths. 1. De-escalation, best case. Pressure plus diplomacy, slow the conflict, no major war. 2. Limited conflict, most realistic if escalation happens. Strikes, proxy fighting, regional tension but not world war. 3. Full regional war, worst case, still less likely. Multiple fronts, heavy damage, global consequences. Unavoidable war usually exists only in the final stage, and the world is not fully there yet. The deeper truth? Sometimes war cannot be avoided.